Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl Nikisha, aka She Slays, because that's exactly what I do. I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm amazed at how wrong we can truly be when we really don't know any better and when our focus is wrong, and when we just don't have our priorities straight. For example, you remember how a lot of us were young and in our teenage years, just focused on fun and partying and just being the life of the party and being extra and thinking like that was life, that was the move. If it's not jumping, I'm not with it. I'm not bumping. You know what I'm saying? If it's not bumping and jumping, I ain't with it. It's whack. It's boring. And we call things like, if we're riding in a car and a friend is blasting music, that's normal. If they could be blasting the most ratchet stuff and it's popular at the time, so we hear and it's like normal. It's like, okay, yeah, this is what should happen. Yes, it's fine. If it's not like that, we often mistake peace for boredom. Because if you get in my car, I'm listening to a sermon, I'm listening to something that's edifying my spirit and my mind. Personally speaking, I really like riding in peace and quiet, and I have learned how to be content with that, but it wasn't always the case. Once upon a time, I remember silence being awkward and uncomfortable because I didn't know what to do with it. But as I've grown and I've matured and learned a little bit more about life and priorities and what's really important to God, to myself, I understand the value and the beauty in peace. And it just really allows your mind and your spirit to flow, to think, to create, and it's a really, really beautiful and powerful place to be in when you can move in that silence and use it effectively, really hear from God, quiet the noise of the world and the constant movement of everyday life, and just be. And I had to learn that. And I'm sure many of us have also had to learn that. But it's just so amazing how we could truly mistake peace for boredom and have the nerve to call it boring. Like, oh no, that's boring. And I don't know if this is true for y'all. Probably, because, yeah, me and a lot of my friends was like this when we were younger. But it's like, we see a guy who is a good man and he don't have no drama about himself. He's not out here serving as community would, if you will. If you know, but he's got some sense about himself, and he has some respect about himself to be respected. But when you're young and you're chasing the wrong things and you don't value and prioritize things correctly, you could easily call that man corny, call that man whack. Oh nah, he's a simp, as they say, more so now. But like, truthfully, that's the type of man you want. Like, a man that's not about to have you out here looking crazy, in the sense of having a whole bunch of females hitting your DM talking about him coming to you as a woman, or you getting anonymous messages and pictures of your man with some random and facing public shame and embarrassment or whatever, smiling in your face but behind your back cheating you and dogging you out. That's crazy. That's whack. Like, that's not the move at all. But we are conditioned to think that it has to go like that, and it really doesn't, because that's not what real actual love is. And I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that God dealt with me and allowed me to outgrow that ridiculous mindset, that immature mindset, to think that peace was boring. I too mistook peace for boredom once upon a time and didn't know what to do with it. And that's probably at the root of the cause for why a lot of us will think like that, like, oh no, that's boring, because we don't understand it. We don't know what to do with it. We have not evolved yet to be able to appreciate the gift of peace. Because when you get old enough, when you live enough life and you mature enough, you tend to value your peace and prioritize your mental health and your spiritual well-being even. Like, peace is so priceless and so valuable and so profitable. And it's just so important to make sure that we are not mistaking peace for boredom, and vice versa. Y'all be blessed. Take care.